Hello everybody, and welcome again to my channel. I wanted to address an issue that came to my attention on the JW.org website. If you go to their main page, then you click About Us, the first topic that comes up is how they know how many Jehovah's Witnesses there are. And I believe you click on that or you scroll down, and you'll find out that they claim that people tabulate their activity in the preaching work. They have to do that to be considered an active member, and then they voluntarily report that to the congregation, and then that gets sent to the branch. So, is reporting the time that you spend preaching really voluntary if you are one of Jehovah's Witnesses? Well, if you look at it, for you to be considered an active Jehovah's Witness, you have to report time preaching every single month. If you don't, and I know this because at one time I was a congregation secretary, and the secretary is the one that collects all the reports and reports them to the branch. So every month, the secretary's job is to make sure that they have all of the field service reports. And when it comes time to tabulate, they get together a list of people who do not report. And then they attempt to have the other service group overseers track down those people and get them to report their time for the ministry. So let's say that one month that you actually don't go in the ministry and you don't preach and you don't record any time. What happens to you? Well, if that is the case, you are considered to be irregular. You're looked on as being spiritually weak when you're irregular, and it's looked down upon. The elders will encourage you to get out every single month, and they will encourage you to try to spend probably at least one morning every weekend knocking on people's doors, going in the field ministry. So people are hounded on a regular basis to go out and to report their time regularly. And then when the circuit overseer comes around, which happens once every 6 months, one of the things that he wants to see is he wants to see every single publisher's record card in the congregation. That's right, the congregation keeps a record card of the amount of time spent in the ministry for every single person that's a publisher. Not just the baptized people, because you can't get baptized unless you're a publisher. So every single publisher has a record card that goes back a couple of years showing what their preaching activity is. And that is used to basically judge their spirituality. And the circuit overseer is concerned with seeing those cards because he wants to see how active people are. And if they're not getting out in field service enough, they're considered to be spiritually weak. And if they're not getting out enough, the elders are supposed to encourage them to get them out in field service more. Other records that are looked at are records of meeting attendance, which they don't keep names of people, but they do keep a list of how many attended the meeting. And what they're looking for is they would like to see attendance over 100%, because the percentage is based on the number of publishers. So they at least want all the publishers to be there, but some of the publishers probably have children who aren't publishers. So they would like there to be over 100% attendance at every single meeting, which in my experience usually doesn't happen. So for the website jw.org to say that reporting time is voluntary is a horrible stretch of the truth. You are constantly browbeaten into recording your time. You are constantly browbeaten into going out in field service more. And if you don't, you are looked down upon as somebody who is spiritually weak, and that is going to drastically affect your chances for association within Jehovah's Witnesses. And since you are only supposed to have friends that are Jehovah's Witnesses, that can be a massive social impetus to go out and service more. So to call field service reporting voluntary is a wild stretch of the truth, and it is extremely dishonest. Anyway, that's my information for this time, and I thank you to Christian Freedom for posting that up on Facebook. That's where I was made aware of this, and I went and checked it out. So I urge you to do the same. Check it out for yourself. I'm not making this up. It's right on the website. But it is not voluntary, and I am telling you this as one who served as a secretary on the body of elders. So thanks for watching.